All right. Glorious Sunday to you all. Happy Mother's Day to all the hockey moms out there and hockey grandmas and hockey aunts and hockey everything. You hear that buzzer sound as the clock wound down, the pucks get into the bucket, and pretty soon the players will gather at the cage. Thank you for tuning in here at Ice Ranch. I'm Dean Gartelos. With me, as always, my friend and colleague.
Now on time, Jeremy Griffiths.
Thanks for being here, Griff. And opportunity today, semifinal opportunity today for these Cougars. Excited to see how they pick up where we left off yesterday. Just to, I guess, keep it rolling, as it were, right?
Yeah, I mean, they had a good rhythm in the game yesterday. Like I said, they probably could have played a little bit faster, but they were able to get the job done. They're playing a Boulder Knights team here that they've seen before and came out on top in the previous game. I think they have confidence that they'll be competitive in this game, but they got to go out there and get it done, put more pucks behind their goaltender than they put behind ours.
Completely agree. I think it is ours for the taking, but that's why they play the games.
Both benches look to be pretty full, so not going to be worried too much about fatigue on either side.
And the boys gather at the bench. Coaches, a bit of guidance here before we drop that puck and get after it. And we're clearing our space. It's a funny thing when you broadcast because people end up in the shot and they don't mean to, or sometimes they do. I've seen over the years, Griff. But
yeah, the gentleman standing next to us is asking, and if the puck's in the corner, we'll get a full look at his face, full profile.
Patter. Let's get at her. Let's play some hockey. Face-off underway. Offensive zone shot. Save. Goalie holds on. And I like that. Puck right at the net, right at the outset in the first shift. Let's do that early and often.
A little examination of the net going on. Wonder what's going on here.
Interesting. Face-off, pushed all the way down the ice. That looks like icing. And it is. That'll give us an offensive zone face-off, second shift here in this contest. And I see Samador, Jennings, Sullivan, Griffiths, and Ibsen. Face-off at the boards, up to the point to Griff. He puts it back down to Sullivan. Comes out to the dot. Backside shot. Backside. Oh, boy, just missed the net. That's the right play. That extra pass makes all the difference, but here come the Knights the other way. Up and ahead they go into the zone. Ibsen's with them, stride for stride. Comes out with the puck. Behind the cage to the corner. Griff will pick it up and move it ahead to the neutral zone. They clear and are right back in after it. Oh, ref says offsides. And he had a better vantage point than I did, so I'll believe him. And that'll put us face-off neutral zone. Good tempo so far, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, just still getting the feel for the game. Back and forth in each end. Only one shot, though. So
I see what's going on. There was an extra puck in the net down there. They've cleaned it out now. Goalis pushes it to the boards, and the Knights will pop it up and down into the corner. Sharkey's there, checks his shoulder, off the boards to Lemke, circles up to Dreeling. And the Knights will put it all the way down the ice for icing. No, they're going to wave it off. Bounce right off the backboards. Michael settles it for Sharkey. Carter drops it in the corner for Goalis. The Knights are there on the forecheck. Little trip there. No call, no problem. Get up and play hockey. Or in that case, Lemke was playing from his bottom there. And here we go. Drilling up. Boulder will regroup. Stretch pass into the zone. Wisman backhands it back up ahead to Lemke, and he'll pitchfork it. And that is a trick shot from Lemke. You don't see that very often. Well done, 15. Now put it in the other net. That would be better. Center ice face-off. Tucker wins it back to Wisman. And he'll move it ahead, tape to Emmons, into the zone, onside play. Puts it to the corner. Forecheck going from Tucker. Working behind the cage, 2 of ours and 2 of theirs. Tucker comes out with it. Back behind for Emmons, to the corner to Tucker. Kukic checks their stick, to the point to Sharkey. Have a shot, nope, backside. Here we go. Still working on the corner. Kukic circles from pressure. Back down to Emmons. Wisman off a shin guard and down the ice. It's a race all the way down. Puck's alive. Wisman's there. Look at the big fella move. Wheels there from 5. And here we go. Odd man rush. We got numbers. Get going. Onside play. Emmons. Backside to Kukic. To the point. Ibsen, shot, save, rebound to the corner. Behind the cage. Ibsen will retreat back. D to Alfie. He'll skate with speed through the neutral zone. And that's a shot, and the goalie will hold on.
Yeah, so this is going to be a high Dramamine game for those of you watching at home. This is not the best camera angle, and I am doing what I can to keep everything relevant to hockey in the shot. Yeah. So
it's a tough one. It's a hard place. That'll be on net. Michael will turn it to Ibsen, who will wheel behind the cage, chipped ahead. Sullivan and Samador into the zone. Samador, good battle to Sullivan. Short side, short shot. Goalie had the post sealed. Put right back down. Sullivan will press. Ibsen, forecheck right there. Watch that post. Oh, boy. That got exciting. Puck still in the zone. Poked ahead by Jennings, and here we go. Jet down the ice. Goalie comes out to play him. Settles it at the hash marks. Defense is right there on the back check. Bit of fortuitous bounce or well played, depending on your perspective. But here we go. Ibsen towards the net, wide, backside to Sullivan. He'll put it back down to the corner. Jennings is there. Samador stick handles through a crowd. 5 of their guys converge. Griffith steps to it. He'll go push into the corner. Well, the rest of the Cougars get a change.
Vague hockey-like play going on in the corner down there. We just don't know what it is.
Hard to see. And they will throw it down the ice, do the Knights, and that is icing. And that'll get us set in the offensive zone. And Gartelis will give it a ride down the ice to the Zebra. Face-off, 1 to the point. Griffiths, D to Sharkey. He'll backhand it down low. Lemke behind the cage. Forecheck right there. Still battling, top of the circle, up. Dreeling keeps it in. Good play at the blue line by 2-4. Jake will press, so will Golis. Griffiths, good play, stepped up. Lemke backs him up. Defensive side of the puck, I like that play. Jake down low, battles with their guy, comes out with the puck. Centering pass doesn't get through. Right back behind the cage, Jake's there, comes near side. Down low, we lost a twig. Lemke will grab it, but the Knights will look to break out. But they cannot. Good pressure from the Cougars, shot, save, and up into the netting. Good Good hard shot there. Goalie had that shoulder up to it and got up into the netting.
Fresh forward line coming out for Cherokee Trail right now. Some good pressure sustained early. We're at 11:35 left in the first. From the coach's vantage point, I think they're liking what they're seeing. Good sustained pressure and not giving much up on defense.
That's right. Keep it going. Emmons comes out with the puck, goes to work in Gretzky's office. Now to the corner, drops it to Kukic. Emilio towards the net. Emmons is there. Come on. All the way across to the far side. And they will throw it up and into the penalty box. That'll give us an offensive zone face-off. That was chipped out by their guy, and boy, he is a tree.
And the penalty box throws 3 pucks at the referee. Very helpfully.
If one's good, 3's better. And here we go. Tucker, Emmons, and Kukic with Griffiths and Sharkey. Tucker pushes it to the corner, pressed by Kukic. They give it a right near side. Dakota, well played, keeps it in. Boulder will try to break out again. They go behind the cage, D-to-D, gets to the near side. Tucker's right there. He'll dump it down low. It'll wrap around. Far boards now. Sharkey steps to it, comes out with the puck. Hands it to Kukic. Emilio to the corner, plays it to himself. Harassed by 2 of their guys. Emmons joins. 2 of ours and 2 of theirs. Puck battle, puck battle. How's that for description, Jeremy?
Yeah,
Kukic comes out with it. Circling at the dot. Tucker. Backhanded. Flopping around in the slot. The Knights pick it up. They try to fly the zone. Griffith stepped on the puck but kept them from getting their pass as their guy flew the zone, try to get that breakaway. Emmons will harass, and the Knights will try it again. Picked up by Tucker now. Good stick handle. Patient play by 5-5 to the boards. Who's at the net?
I tell you, that's the worst feeling in the world when you step on the puck.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oy.
Up and down. Ibsen to Sharkey to Samador. In at the dot. Shot, save, rebound is loose. Oh, boy. He had that back door. Goalie got that flipper out, kept the pass from going through, and here come the Knights the other way. Into the zone, but not deep. Chipped away by Wisman at away 5. He checks his shoulder behind the cage to Ibsen. He drops it behind the cage now to himself. At a boy, Hud. Oh, boy. Samador joins. Ibsen's there as well. Up the near boards and into the neutral zone. Here we go. Jennings and Sullivan. Shot, shoulder up into the netting. And that was a good look there from Jennings. Jennings and Sullivan, it sounds like a band? I don't know.
Late 70s band or law firm.
Here we go. Jet will take the face-off, pushes it forward. Knights look to break out. They chip it up into the neutral zone. Ibsen will gather it. His guys will regroup. He puts it off the boards to Samador, who chips it by their guy and goes to press on the forecheck. Pulls it back, does Logan. 2 of their guys join. Sullivan comes in. Puck comes free at the dot. Sullivan up to Jennings. Jennings to Ibsen. Down to Sullivan. Walks in at the dot. Shot. Mask save. High slot now. Gathered in by Ibsen. We clear the zone. He dumps it in. Puck's alive. Goalie settles it. Knights will look to break out again. Back check on him immediately from Sullivan. Out of way B. And he'll dump it down low. Goalis will press. Puck squirts free. High slot. Jennings pulls up. Shot. Just wide. And that goalie pounces. Can't cover it. And that's a goal! James Lemke. Cougar goal! That is a great play. Lots of work down low. You felt it building. Puck gets in the net, and it is 1-0 Cougars. That looks like Lemke from Goalis and Jennings, and that's what I'm talking about. Now, how do you follow it up? Next shift is all important for both squads. Let's see these Cougars stay at it. I see Jake, Golis, and Lemke. Face-off is contested. Knights get it back to their D. Press from Lemke. Jake right there. Good skate work. Lemke, shot, save, rebound, loose, right at the hash marks. Lemke again, dumps it down low. Golis is right there. Oh, that's a bit of a hook. No call, no problem. Keep playing hockey. But he turned Golis all the way around. They go D to D behind the cage. You see him try to fly. And they about do. Alfie's there with them. Great work by Alfie. Stick in the lane. Cut off that pass. Picked up now by Lemke. He's got Dreeling. Plays it off their guy to Golis, who gets it up to Jake. Dreeling on the move. Blue line on sides. Goes wide. Shot. Rebound. Over to Lemke. I like that hard low shot.
Yeah, rebound.
To the hash marks.
Right
what they call. What's going on there?
Looks like they got Lemke for a rough.
Looked like hockey to me, Jeremy. I didn't see it. But that'll put us to work now on the game's first penalty kill for our Cherokee Trail Cougars. Penalty killers look like Sharkey, Alfieri, Samador, and Sullivan. Over to Michael's right. Special teams opportunity, Jeremy.
Yep, just waiting for the clock to get right here with the penalty. Now they're ready to go.
Face-off is contested, now controlled by Sharkey. Behind the cage, up and out, but not down the ice. They put it right back in. Alfie will get there first. And he moves it up, but not out. They look to set it up, do the Knights. Chipped in, top of the circle. Good discipline play there by the Cougars, but still in the zone. Backhanded down low towards the net, turned aside by Michael. I like that play. Bit of a trip there. No call, no problem. Keep playing hockey. All the way down behind the net. Sharkey's there, checks his shoulder, and bangs it up and down the ice. Out of way, Carter. Their goalie will settle it behind the cage. First guy's there, Samador. Goalie sweeps to the corner, gives Logan a little shove. Goalie's prerogative. And the Knights will try it again. This guy wants to go, gets the blue line, goes wide, circles up, lets his guy get in. All the way down to the corner. Over halfway through the PK. Knights to the wall. Come near side to the point. Shot. Wide. Backside. Ibsen's there. Knights. All the way across. 30 seconds remain in the penalty kill. Well played there by Ibsen. They walk in to the hash marks. Can't get it through. Samador chips it by. Off to the races. 2-on-0. Back check coming hard. Samador shot. Save. Rebound. Loose. Still loose at the slot. 15 seconds now in the penalty kill. Good opportunity. Fine save by their netminder. But here come the Knights one more time. They move in. Lost the puck and chipped right down the ice just before the penalty expires. That gets it down the ice. No icing. Penalty over. Penalty killed. Cougars full strength. Out of way. Knights set it up down low. Look to break out. Forecheck on him from Lemke. Puck to the far boards. Kukic is there. Checks his shoulder. Centering pass. Lemke. Shot. Save. Rebound. And covered. And a whistle. Good play again by their goalie. Good opportunity. Keep working, Cougars. Face-off. Won by the Cougars. Griffiths steps to it. Down low. To Golis. Knights are there. They try to push it up the near boards. Battling on the wall right below us. All the way down the ice. That is icing once more. And that will give us an offensive zone face-off. 4:35 left in this first period. Cherokee Trail leads 1-0. Face-off to the point. Trickles free. Griffiths is there. Forechecker on him immediately. Kicks it to a stick and puts it right back to the neutral zone. Here come the Knights, though. Back check on him from Lemke immediately. Good hustle. Lemke banks it down the ice. That is going to be icing, and it'll give us a defensive zone face-off and fresh legs.
.418 left in the first, and it seems like we've been controlling the play pretty well. Not a lot of shots generated by the Boulder Knights so far.
Face-off to the boards. And the point, they dump it down low. Far side, Sharky's there. So's Boulder. To the point. Back to the boards. Shot, save. To the corner. Boy, that was interesting. No harm, no foul if you get the puck out of the zone here, fellas. Knights keep it in. They put it down low. Sharky kicks it to his stick. Plays it off their guy into the neutral zone. Emmons is there. Bit of whack puck by both teams. Good patient play by Sharkey. Short pass to Tucker, who caught an edge but sweeps it in. Well played, Austin, from the ice. Onside play. He gets right back up and is there on the forecheck along with Kukic. Sharkey steps in, comes out to the dot. Over to Kukic. Shot just over the crossbar. Near point. Wisman dumps it right back in, but the Knights gather and try to get out of the zone. They push it in, onside play, down to the corner. Sharkey's there. He backhands it to the far side. Wisman steps to it. Knights pull up, centering pass. It's a mess there in front. Sharkey, good control. Good pass to Emmons, and we break out. Out of way, Ryan skates the space. Sees Samador, hits him on the tape. Samador right by the squeeze play at the boards. Drops it up to Jennings, who puts it right back down low. Slips the hit, but they will throw it down the ice. That looks like icing once more, and the ref agrees. Offensive zone faceoff, 2:43 left in this first period. Cougars still lead 1-0. Good stuff so far, Griff. Yeah. Samador wins it to Jennings. Shot through traffic, doesn't get through. Samador puck battle. Alfie steps in. Backside. Bit of a hook there again. Again, no call, no problem. Letting them play are the refs. I don't mind that. Just keep playing hockey, everybody. Ibsen right back. Wow. Fantastic play there by 16. Knights possess. Down into the zone. Live puck. Jennings checks his shoulder. Forechecker right there. He chips it by one. Then gathers it in. Skates away from pressure to open space. Onside play at the blue line. Through their guy. Up to the neutral zone. Ibsen will gather it and put it right back in deep to the corner. We cleared. Sullivan's there with the puck. Comes away by himself. Takes a moment and a look. Short pass to Samador. Shot save. And the goalie dives on it and gets the whistle. 1:36 left in this first period.
Boulder goaltender definitely getting a workout down there. You're getting to the point, though, where you want to start seeing some a little more creative shots for Cherokee Trail. See if they can get another one in there.
Agreed. Alfie off their guy to the neutral zone. Ibsen ahead of it and puts it right back in, but that's going to be icing. He was just a stride past the red line. And he says, hey, my bad, dog. And no sweat. We'll get a defensive zone face-off with fresh legs. Griffiths and Sharkey, along with Lemke, Golis, and Dreeling. Golis steps to the dot. And the ref says, nope, give me another night to take the face-off. Face-off, one, controlled by Sharkey. Gives it right around the near side to Dreeling, who lets it get to the neutral zone to Lemke. On the move with speed. Golis at the slot. Centering pass, nope, shot save. Rebound is loose. Golis is right there. They try to get it up and out. They cannot. Griffiths right there on it. They switched. Jake in the corner. Centering pass. One time, just missed the post. Puck still in. They got tangled, but all well. Keep going. Goalless. Nifty mitts there from Kyle. Kept in at the point. Griffiths will put it down. Dreeling will get it deep. Centering pass all the way through. That's going to come out of the zone. They'll pursue, but Sharkey's there. Griffiths right there with him. Comes D to D. Griff takes a look and a step. Tape to Goalless. We're right back in the zone. Shot. Defended well. Goalless stick handles by one. Gets poked to the corner. Lemke's right there. Up and out. Tucker cuts it off before it can get down the ice. Gets the red line, puts it right back in. Onside play. Tucker will press. The rest of the line will change. And the Knights will look to break out. Fast clock on the wall. The waning moments of this first period, nothing for free here. Sharkey, make sure there's no funny business. And that will do it for period number one. So 1-0 Cougars after one. Jeremy, good bit of hockey so far, but I agree. I'd like to see some more creativity towards the net. But hey, I'll take what we got so far.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. You're still going to wear down the goaltender. You're still going to get some good bounces. Some of the rebounds are coming right out in the slot, so I don't have any issue with continuing the path we're on. But if you do have that opportunity to make that late pass in the right in the middle of the slot, which we've seen this team do so many times, they definitely have the capability. Then we just have to turn up the finish on it. But yeah, liking everything that I'm seeing from Cherokee Trail. They're able to get possession of the puck mostly in the neutral zone. Haven't been in the defensive zone very long, and lots of sustained pressure. So
I've seen lots of good, smart plays, and I more of that. And like you said, shots.
Yeah, you just want to keep generating the offense, and really don't want to let this goalie get too much into his game.
Yep.
Haven't seen much traffic in front of him. We're definitely trying to play around the outside and look for that pretty pass. If push comes to shove, you can just jam up the middle a little bit more, move it out up high, and just start throwing pucks to the net.
Well, we talked about it a little bit last night, right? That net front presence, it's a key element in the offensive zone, and you take away the goalie's eyes, give him something else to think about, good things can happen.
Yep, and just having somebody there to clean up the loose change. We converted on that once yesterday, and so that's always a good thing to have happen. But the boys are playing well. Like I said, in control. The passes seem to be on. The timing seems to be on. They're all reading off the same playbook as far as guys, who's going to the puck and who's taking away the middle of the ice to make sure that if they lose that one-on battle, they don't end up in a bad defensive position. So everything's looking good.
Agreed. I will take this opportunity to remind everybody this game today brought to you by Hockey Moms. We would not be here without you. Every single one of these players in both squads here because of you. Thank you for all you've done for them over the years. And now this second period, Jeremy, pitter-patter, let's get at her. Let's play some hockey.
Hockey Moms, the only moms that actually have butterfly stitch enclosures in their purse at all times.
100% true. Face off, puck towards the net. Michael settles it and will cover. Saw the Knights coming in fast. Griffiths is right there to protect. And, God loves defensemen, and so do goalie moms. No more true than right there. Those two guys, good friends. Good stuff. Face off, won by the Cougars. Wrapped around, Jennings there to the neutral zone, pokes forward. Good play there by Sullivan. Comes out with the puck at the high slot. Nope, pushed away by the Knights. They're going to look to break out into the neutral zone. Onside play. Carter caught an edge, but I think that put him off sides.
Yep. As a defenseman, that's where you want to make your move. You want to mind the gap, get within one stick length so you can make your play at the blue line, because that one extra move that they do, that throws them offside. So the blue line becomes your best friend as a defenseman.
No, that's good stuff. And Carter Sharkey puts on a clinic consistently. It's good stuff. Face-off here. Goalless will battle. Face-off is contested. Now the Knights control. Circle to the red line, and they'll throw it ahead off the wall, but they're off sides. They'll try it again and regroup. And into the zone. Onside play, but Sharkey's there first. He gathers, steps away from pressure. Boy, trophy trip, but no call. no problem, we'll play hockey, keep going. But when you see something impact a play like that and create a scoring opportunity, you got to put your hand in the air if you're a zebra, would be my opinion. But anyway, Sharkey ahead, touched down the zone, onsides, pinned to the wall, up and out. We'll have to clear the zone. Jake's there, poked ahead by the Knights. Dreeling still with them towards the net. Michael settles it and just picks it up and says, let's get a whistle and reset a little bit. And you see Griff right there says, hey, you can come and visit, but you cannot stay. Get to your own bench. And we'll get set over to Michael's left.
Yeah, those two guys spend enough time going fishing and camping and stuff together in the off season. I think they want to make sure that everybody's able to cast a line in the water.
Agreed. Face off here. Knights come out with it, though. Top of the circle. No funny business. Samador drops it to Jennings, who moves it ahead to Ibsen, to Sullivan. Onside play. Brady. Pump fake. Jennings to the corner. Up to the point to Ibsen. Through traffic. Tipped. Oh, good look there. Nice hard shot from Hudson. Tipped by Sullivan. Just the wrong angle, and it got up into the netting. I think maybe off the goalie. Face-off still in the zone.
Yeah, Sullivan trying to throw a change up there. I think he took a little too much off of it, though.
And they're going to say, let's switch out both guys at the face-off dot. Sullivan steps in and wins it back. Jennings shot right off, just over the crossbar. Alfie runs right to it, out of way. Still working. Puck flopping. Now in the slot, the Knights will control. Samador on him. Up. They're going to call it a high stick, and so that'll get a face-off. I assume ref looks like he's saying all the way down.
Yeah, defensive zone face-off after a high stick.
Okay.
That's one of those things that as a coach kind of drives you nuts. Like, you know you can't play the puck when it's that high in the air with your stick, so just keep your stick down.
This is not lacrosse.
Right.
Face-off won by the Knights. High slot. They can't get the lane for the shot. Harassed by Sullivan. Out of way, Brady. Bouncing puck towards the net, put to the boards. Defensively. Boy, Boulder swarming. Defensively, very strong effort from the Cougars. Boy, they're harassing everywhere. Onside play towards the net. Drop to the slot. Shot, save, rebound. Put aside. Still loose. Still loose. Oh, boy. Puck's still in the zone. Not out of danger yet.
Little gremlin in the puck trying to get away from everybody's stick blade.
Boy, indeed. To the corner now. Alfie, a little bit of a hook. Again, no call. Bang to the point, kept in. Put back down. Towards the slot. Oh, boy, no more swipey. Let's make contact with the puck. Not you guys in red. Centering pass doesn't get through. Samador, nice physical play there. Alfie comes out with the puck. Moves it to the point. Defense has it. Walks. Pressure to the far point. All the way to the near corner now. And then banged up and out. But not down the ice. Knights will regroup a bit. Sullivan will press. And they'll skate away. Open space with speed at the blue line. Pushed wide. Centering pass all the way across. Alfieri's there. And he gets it up. They're going to say it's out of the zone. Just. And Ibsen, pump fake. Lost an edge. Sweeps it out of the zone. Boy, quirky shift, huh? And that will get a whistle. And that's the smart play. And Ibsen's still on a knee. Hopefully he's all right. Lots of snow. I don't know if he stepped on the puck would be my guess.
Yeah, you just want to put a fork in a shift that's going like that.
Yeah,
so.
no, get the whistle. That's a smart play by Samador.
Get the whistle, go to the bench, have a little drink of water, turn the page, be ready for your next shift.
Let the guys on the bench that were saying, hey, I got to do this. They're on the ice now. Chance to prove it. Sharkey with pressure. Guy hanging on him. Strong play there from Carter to the red line. Dumped in deep by Emmons. Kukic there on the forecheck. Check their stick out of way. Emilio comes out with the puck. Gets bumped off. Nope, still battling. Two of their guys, one of ours. Emmons joins. Knights come out with it. Move it to the neutral zone. Sharkey circles from pressure, tape to Emmons in the neutral zone. He'll gather it and sweep it forward. Tucker waits for his guy to clear, gets it down the ice. Boy, it's a funny puck on both sides at least. Kukic is there. Yeah. Knights will try it again.
Gremlin's giving everybody a hard time.
Boy, it is. Tucker says, I'm just going to get it deep, and let's see what happens. 2:12 in this second period. Sharkey comes out of the corner with the puck, poked behind the net by the goalie. And they will bang it off the glass and down the ice. And that looks like it ought to be icing. And it is. So that'll give us an offensive zone faceoff. Boy, that's two funny shifts, Jeremy.
Yeah, let's not do that again. Those unpredictable bounces, you just don't want to have that go for too long.
No,
settle the puck down, simplify your game, do the simple things right.
I prefer hockey get played, not funny bounces. Just under 12 minutes in the second period. Goalless at the dot. And he's exited by the ref. Lemke steps in. Contested. Knights have it. They skate up and into the neutral zone. Hudson Ibsen right there. Bangs it back. Little whack puck here. The Knights step in. Onside play. Puck still loose. They go to the corner. Ibsen right with them. Funny bounce. Shot blocked. Goalless and two of their guys will battle. Ibsen joins to assist. Lemke says if it pops out, I'm taking it. A third of their guys joins. That's 6 guys down low. Mass of humanity. Oh, boy. Put right back from whence it came by Michael and down the ice, and that's icing, and that's still the right play, in my opinion, Jeremy. Get that whistle.
Yeah, for sure. If it isn't going your way, just get a reset.
That brings fresh legs. I see Sullivan, Samador, Jennings, Sharkey, and Griffiths. Logan will step to the dot, wins it to the boards, but the Knights poke it free to the point. Towards the net, all the way through traffic. Griffiths, you saw him get his foot out of the way, saw it was going wide. Well played by the defenseman. That's all the way down the ice. That's going to be icing. Brady just missed it on the touch on the way into the zone, so we'll get set defensively. Dakota exchanging pleasantries with their guy as they skate back to the faceoff. I think they were talking about what they got their moms for Mother's Day.
Sure, that's what it was.
Pink pansies or purple ones?
There maybe have mentioned
the word pansy,
but I doubt they were referencing flowers.
Jennings into the zone, pursued by Samador. Dumped deep. Forecheck, in force from Logan. Dumped down by Griffiths. The Knights are going to try to get up and out again. They cannot. Jennings to the corner, checks his shoulder to the slot to Griffiths. Bit of a slash there. Griff plays it. Puck squirts free. Here come the Knights. 2 by 2 they come. Onside play. High slot, shot, save, rebound, and that's a goal. And that will even things up here in the second.
Yep. The Cougars had enough players back. Have to take another look at it, but it looked like maybe the first back checker picked up the wrong guy because it was, a third one, or maybe the defenseman, when the puck stayed up high, didn't stay with his guy to the outside.
Yep.
But
happens that way. You just got to go get it back now. There's been so much control here. You can't let these guys think they're in it. Puck up high. Tucker gathers it in, moves it to the neutral zone. The Knights will try to grab it, build on the momentum. Got to take it away here, Cougars. Up and out to the neutral zone. Emmons swept away by the Knights. Red line, blue line, they dump it in. Ibsen's there, along with one of their forecheckers. Good play there by Hudson. Still in the zone. Up and out, boys. Still in, down behind. Alfie says, I'll do it this time the other way. Takes a step. Boy, gets bumped off the puck. It's out of the zone at least. Out of way, Alfie. And Ryan Emmons. That's a great curling play. Dropped it right on the button. No icing. Little jazz hands from their goalie. They want that stretch pass. They chip it into the zone. Forecheck coming hard. Alfie there first. Right on their back. Oh, little shoulder to the head. I'm sorry, elbow to the head. I'm not okay with that, but we play on. Keep working. To the corner. Tucker gathers it, kicks it to the boards, and chips it up. Takes a hit in the back for his trouble. Boy, the refs are letting him play. Keep going now.
I have no clue where the puck is.
Up and down and into the zone. Tucker will press. It's so hard to see on the boards right below us. There it is. Well played by both Wisman and Gartelos to let that be icing. You saw Michael make sure that post didn't take a funny bounce towards the cage, and that'll get us an offensive zone face-off.
That's brutal. When that puck is right down underneath us, I have no clue where it's coming out.
Oh, it's tough. Yeah. Goalless, offensive zone face-off. To the boards, to the point, Sharkey, just wide. Far side, Lemke's there. So are the Knights. They move it up and out of the zone. Sharkey's there ahead of it. Forecheck coming hard. Away from pressure comes Carter. Skates by another. And another into the zone. Cuts towards the net. Poked aside by the goalie. Carter's still working down low. Up and out. And that looks like icing. No, the ref says it's not. He's going to say our guy could have played it, but didn't. Wisman's there first. So are the Knights. Oh, boy. Puck loose. Sharkey chips it up. High stick. Good thing they called it, but we settled the puck anyway. Puck all the way down the ice. Let's go, Cougars. Got to make something happen here. 7:35 left in this second period. Knotted up at 1. Line change. Samador, Jennings, Sullivan, Griffiths, Ibsen. Jennings and Samador talk it over. One back to Sullivan. Shot. Doesn't get through. Near side to Ibsen. Have a shot. He does. Save. Rebound loose. Backside. Get in the net. Loose. Still loose. They bang it up to the boards. Griffiths is right there. Shot. Save. Rebound. And the goalie dives on it. Couple good opportunities there for the Cougars. More of that, please. This time with the puck in the net. Knights have seen enough of that, 5 guys. They put 5 fresh ones on the ice. Jennings wins it. Sullivan. Shot doesn't get through. Jennings in the corner at the boards. Griffiths. Puck pops free. Knights break out. Well played by Sullivan. Near side, Samador gets the red line. To Sullivan in the zone. Backside to Jennings. Shot just wide. Good rip. Come on now. Samador to Sullivan. Shot. Blocker to the corner by the goalie. To the point to Griffiths. D to Ibsen. Shot through traffic. Turned aside off a shin guard. Shot chipped. And that's a goal! Cherokee Trail goal! Hard, low shot from the point from Ibsen. Jennings right there, stick on the ice, chipped up over his shoulder, and the Cougars have the lead, 2-1. 6:38 left in this second period. Attaway. Big play there.
Yeah, good shot. And you like, as a defenseman, you like to see those low shots. as much as you like to see those little shots as a defenseman, as a forward, you want to see them a lot more like that because it takes a lot of courage to stand in front of the net when you have a defenseman who doesn't know where the heck it's going.
No, well, Hud is the definition of knowing where he's putting his shot.
Oh, yeah. He's very controlled and makes very smart plays.
And here we go. Emmons battling hard. They're all over his back. Pull him down. No call. We play on. Knights will get to the boards. Back down low. Emmons again to the forecheck. Out away, Ryan. Keeps it away. Little keep away from 4-4. 4-2. Comes out with it. Goes Kukic. Back down low. Behind the cage. The Knights come ahead. Harassment from Kukic. Good work there, Emilio. He comes out, kicks it to his stick. Emmons joins. Shot. Doesn't get off. Still working in the corner. Kukic comes out with it again. Moves it to the point to Sharkey. He walks it. Pops it. Just over the crossbar. To the dot. Knights move it up and out. Tucker's right there. Keeps it from getting out to the neutral zone. Back check on him immediately. Tucker takes a step, gets the red line, and chips it in. He'll pursue it himself. Good pressure there, 5-5.
Yeah, double Nichols there is doing a good job putting himself in a good defensive position for a forward. Maybe he's planning for the Selke Trophy this year.
I like it. Keep working in the corner. Sharkey's there. Knights come out with it. They want to break out. They cannot. Into the zone. Sharkey will gather it in. They swipe. They can't get the puck. He's in with speed. Goes wide. Shot, save, rebound, loose. Sharkey. Oh, boy. Talk about a defensive play there. Had the goalie beat. The defenseman got his stick down. Still working down low is Sharkey. Goalless joins. The Knights gather it, get to the corner. Lemke moves to him. Up, kept in at the point by Dreeling. Plays it off their guy. Here come the Knights. And they put it in. They get the red line, so it's not icing. Puck's alive. Knights get a change, wholesale change. Ibsen's back to it. Wheels behind the cage, takes a look. Tape to Dreeling. Knights off sides. They're back on sides. They walk in, shot. Down low, got blocked by Wisman. Up and down the ice. That puck's alive. Lemke gets going. Knights are right with them. More jazz hands from their goalie. And that looks like icing all the way down the ice. And it is. That'll get us an offensive zone face-off. 3:51 remaining in this second period. Cougars lead 2-1. Offensive zone, Jennings at the dot, wins it to Sullivan. Shot, save, rebound, loose, right back to Sullivan. Short pass near side to Ibsen, towards the net, push wide. Up, here come the Knights the other way. Logan, well done there on the back check, is a centerman. Ibsen moves it to the boards and he'll press it himself. Four checkers on him, still moves it to Jennings. Gets it to space to Samador. Sammy in on sides, takes a look. Shot, save. Boy, that was a nice shot there from Logan. Towards the net! And the goalie dives on it to get the whistle.
Yeah, cagey, clever shot there by Logan Samador. He changed the angle of the shot by dragging it into his toes and then used the defenseman as a screen, put it right between his legs. Smart strategic shot.
Yep. Crafty play by a great hockey player. Offensive zone face-off. Samador wins it back, but the Knights hop in and try to break out. Lob wedge up ahead. Griffiths will glove it down. Circle from pressure. Moved ahead to Jennings. Onside play. Towards the net. Samador. Stick handle. Boy, got tripped. Again, no call. Refs have really swallowed the whistle. That's fine. Play hockey. Knights come ahead with it. Good hard forecheck there. Keep working. Jennings, another trip, another non-call. Keep going. Up high to Sullivan. Walks it, pops it, shot. Goalie holds on. Good pressure. we'll get an offensive line change. That'll bring out Emmons, Kukic, and Tucker. Griffiths and Sharkey remain.
2:34 left, 1-goal game. So if I'm Cherokee Trail, I want to make sure that I don't give anything up from here.
Yeah, nothing for free. Back check going hard. Tucker right with him. Watch that backside. Well played there by Tucker and Sharkey, but not out of harm's way yet. Keep playing. They circle, centering pass. Played to the high slot. Shot. Doesn't get through. Backside. Turnaround. Doesn't get through. Blocked by Sharkey. Bouncing puck. High slot. Put to the boards. Griffiths is there. Moves it up into the neutral zone. Turned around by their guy. Griffiths moves ahead with it. Another hook. Another no call. Bit of a Malachi crunch by the Knights. And a little elbow after the play. And here come the Knights. Oh, at some point, you got to put your hand in the air if you're the ref. Away from the play. High stick to the head. No call. We are back the other way with it. Working down low. Finally a call. The question is, are they going to get how many? And, you know, see what the refs call and sort it out. There's plenty to go around. I could put a couple of their guys in the box. Head contact, that's right. So they're going to get their guy for head contact. He hit Griff in the head with his stick away from the play. So that'll be 2 and 10. And that'll put us on the power play for the rest of this period or until we score a goal, whichever happens first. Samador, Jennings.
And possibly more important, the young man who stepped into the box for the 2 and 10 is one of their stronger players. So they just lost one of their stronger players for 12 minutes.
That'll do. Backside, Sullivan. Shot. Backside. Get in the net. Oh, man. Ever so close. Let's do that again, but get that puck in the back of the net.
Yep, there's that late pass we were talking about. Brady on the far side with the shot to the middle and then moved the puck across late to get it to Samador. He was driving the far post.
Yep. Jennings down low. Set it up. Comes to the point to Ibsen. Shot. Goalie will grab it and hold on, and we'll do it one more time. Face off one. Ibsen over to Sullivan. Backside to Jennings. And that's a goal! Power play goal! Chandon Jennings. Top shelf where mommy hides the cookies. Lights the lamp. That'll make it 3-1 Cherokee Trail. Attaway.
Quite a shot there. I don't know if it came across the microphones, but it did go posting in. So that was a good, accurate shot by Chandon.
Kid can snipe. Top Chetty, as the kids say. 1:13 left in this second period. Goalless at the face-off dot. Pushes it forward, and he'll press it himself. Knights off the glass and down the ice, all the way down. Ibsen there first, sweeps it away, gets behind the cage, hits the brakes, knocked off the puck, though. Alfie right there. Ibsen to Dreeling. Knights dump it back down low. Alfie right there.
They just now shut off the music, so the kids were playing to K-pop here for just a couple minutes.
That's their jam. Swept away by Dreeling. Knights put it in deep. Funny bounce right off the boards, and Michael puts that big mitt down and says, we're just going to wait a second and get a whistle. And Ibsen says, stay away from the goalie. You know you don't belong here.
Wonder if there's any running of mouths down there. I mean, Hudson's a good, smart, heady defenseman and has a lot of patience. So The kid might have been saying something to Michael, trying to get in his kitchen.
Yep, I agree. That's a protect your goalie play there by Hud. And great teammates up and down this roster. Hudson chief amongst them. It's why he wears one of the A's. And here we go. Emmons puts it in off the boards. Fast clock on the wall. Kukic with it to the dot. Emmons on the forecheck, throwing around that 115 pounds to the neutral zone. Wisman crossways to Sharkey into the zone. He pulls up, shot, save. Oh boy, that had all the looks of something that was squeaking through. Nice save by their goalie. 12.6 seconds, offensive zone faceoff. Kukic, Emmons, Tucker, Sharkey, Wisman. Face-off, contested, controlled by Kukic. Good play there. Keeps it in control, away from any harm. 3 seconds now.
Stepping on the puck there.
And that's fine. That'll do it for the period. That is, by Emilio Kukic, a heady play, right? Things started to go a little pear-shaped. He said, you're not getting down the ice in the last couple seconds of this period, and kept it in. They'll gather at the cage. I think we're due for an ice make, but nobody's leaving the way I would expect. Their guy's chirping at the ref. Keep doing it, guys. I'm sure you'll change his mind. So there it is. We will get an ice make and come back for the third period. Jeremy, how do you wind up the first two periods? What do you got?
I don't know. I mean, the pace seems to be speaking for itself. I think there's some weird bounces going on that make me a little uncomfortable. But as long as we can settle the puck down, be patient, maintain control, I like the way the Cougars game is coming together. 17 minutes left. All they have to do is just, not drastically change anything. They don't need to push. They don't have any need to take any extra risks to generate offense. It's not a one-goal game. It's not a tie game. I know we've called it the worst lead in hockey before with 2 goals. But at the same time, it's one that as long as you don't stop playing, as long as you don't sit back on your laurels, you don't necessarily have to change anything.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense, and I think you're right. You just got to get back after it, keep playing your game. I like the tempo, the pace, the smart plays that we're seeing from our Cougars, and you just got to come back out, finish this thing.
Yeah.
We'll let them make ice. We'll pause the broadcast for a little bit and get right back after it for period number 3. All right, fresh ice made. Jeremy, there's a particular way we must start the third.
So apparently, because we won yesterday and we had done the Strange Brew call tones, we have to do that again.
Hey, so. Jeremy, I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious. Let's go.
There we go.
Bitter patter. Let's get at her. Let's play some hockey. Third period. And we'll start with an offensive zone faceoff after that icing. Let's go now. And Jeremy, these Cougars have one job. Finish strong, finish smart, and finish clean.
It sounded like 3 jobs to me, but...
No, it's one single job. 3 subtasks. It's in the PWS, so a little sticky puck. We'll have to be mindful of that as this period moves on. Griff, pump fake, back to that sticky puck. Behind the cage, Jennings will press. They hit each other with no puck in sight. There we go. Samador's there. Poked up now. Here come the Knights. Pushed forward by Sullivan. Checks his shoulder. Circles from pressure. Crossways over to Sharkey. Gets caught in the ref's feet. Puck up and out and back in. The refs are letting them play. We've seen it all game so far. Crossways, here we go. Sullivan walks in towards the net. Behind. Oh, boy. Dakota was sneaking in. Tipped just wide by the D. Still in the zone, though. Kept in by Sullivan. On his back. It's the Knights defender. Behind. Sullivan, strong play there. Puck in the corner. Samador goes to help.
A little stick work up there on the blue line, too.
Yep. Puck squirts all the way free. Griff will get there first. They're going to say that puck's alive. Dakota gives it a ride up the boards to the neutral zone. Pressure from Samador. Swept away by Griffiths. And they'll dump it in deep. That puck's alive. Ibsen will get there first. He'll push it further up the boards. And Lemke will help it out of the zone. Pressure from Dreeling. They move it to the neutral zone, do the Knights. And into the zone. Alfie's there first. Up to the point. Kept in, though. High stick. And that'll bring the puck all the way down to the far end. Again, this is not lacrosse.
Yep. And again, that's the one that makes the coach make the bitter beer face and shake his head, because the best that can happen is you get a whistle there. That is the best outcome of that. Even if you knock it down out of the air in the slot, you're not going to be able to shoot the puck, so just give it up.
So Gola steps to the dot offensive zone. Contested, move to the corner. Lemke's there, puts it to Drilling on the wall. Back down to Golis, down low, goes to work in Gretzky's office. D on his back. Circles free, centering pass doesn't get through. Kept in at the blue line, now bumped out and into the zone. Sharkey's going to get there first. Right on his back. Boy, three guys converge on Carter Sharkey. Puck down to the corner. Lemke read it. What are they going to call? They blew the whistle while we had the puck. I didn't see a penalty, Jeremy. Did you?
I think Sharkey maybe followed through the guy that had just passed the puck and probably got caught for an interference.
Okay. Well, this one's on me, Jeremy, because I told Corey Ibsen, I hope he spends a lonely third period. I should have said nothing. Corey's in the penalty box with Cartier. He'll control the door. And special teams opportunity here for these Cougars. Samador, Alfieri, Sullivan, and Ibsen. Top of the circle. Down to the near boards at the dot. Shot outside the net. To the corner. Poked ahead. Here comes Sullivan with speed. Samador with him. Shot. Save. Rebound. And the goalie covers it and plays it to his guy. Tick, tick, tick. Quarter of the way through the PK. Knights move ahead with speed. Onside play. They pull up. Shot. Save. Turned aside by Michael. Puck to the corner. Ibsen's right there. So are two of their guys. Watch him sneak in the back. Chipped away by Samador. Behind the net. Back to the near side. Halfway through the PK now. Knights have it. Circling down low. Alfie forces him to put it to the corner. Ibsen's there. Pushes it up and down the ice. That's on net. Goalie settles it. Forecheck from Samador. Goalie plays it up to the neutral zone. And dumped in by the Knights. Griffiths is there. Checks his shoulder. Lets it go up the boards to the point. Watch that backside. Final 30 seconds. Puck to the near boards. Shot, save. Ibsen backhands it up and out. At away HUD. Kukic takes a slash from their guy away from the play. Gets there anyway, forces it. The waning moments of this PK. Knights get one more push to the boards. Penalty over. Penalty killed. Cougars full strength. Get that puck up and out. Griffiths on his stick. Shovels it ahead. High slot. Shot. Doesn't get through. And chipped out of the zone. At away. Puck's alive. Lemke's there on the forecheck.
Probably the longest period of sustained pressure by the Boulder Knights so far, so good for the Cougars to come out unscathed.
Agreed. Took a power play for them to do it. There's that guy hacking at Kukic again, away from the play. Lemke yoinked his skates right out. No call. No problem. Keep playing hockey. Dumped right back down low. Kukic is there. Dreeling. Centering pass. Kukic shot. Save. Rebound. Loose. Still loose. Still loose. Save. Still loose to the corner. Dreeling. Behind the net to Lemke. To the dot. Boy, they're holding our stick. Again, no call. Keep playing. Puck at the red line. Goodness. And here we come with speed. Comes Lemke. He's got Golis with him. Shot. Turned aside by the goalie. Puck to the near boards. Golis is there. Checks his shoulder. Knights push it ahead. Sharkey gathers it. Goes back to Wisman. Comes up ahead. Near side. Off the boards. One touch from Dreeling to Golis to Lemke. Shot. Up over the cage. Near boards now. Dreeling's there. Wisman will gather it. Takes a step and a look. Two guys converge. Puts it ahead to off their guy. Here they come the other way. Pushed wide by Sharkey. Puck all the way to the corner. Sharkey will gather it behind the cage, settle it. Forechecker coming. He stick handles by him. Takes a step and a look. Away from pressure. Stick handles by another. Backhands it forward through the neutral zone. And the Knights will shovel it back down around near boards. Forechecker coming to it. Guy all by himself in front of the cage. I don't like that. Shot. Blocked by Sharkey. Behind the cage. To the point. Shot. Tip. Doesn't get through. And there it is. Wisman ahead to Sullivan. Oh, boy. Ref in position to make that call because it looked like to me he beat the puck. But that'll be icing, and that's a good play by Wisman. The big fella got it down the ice, cleared the zone, gave his guy an opportunity to make that play. 9:46 left in this third period. Defensive zone faceoff. Samador at the dot. Faceoff is contested. Controlled now by the Cougars. Alfie has it. He'll wheel behind, off the boards ahead, and down the ice. And they're going to wave off that icing. They're going to say their guy could have played it. Sammy's there on the forecheck. They bang it up the glass and around. Jennings is there with it. Puck up high. Sammy has it. Towards the net to Jennings. Circles behind. Wrap. Shot. Save. Rebound. Loose. Still loose. Knights pick it up and carry the other way with it. Jennings on the back check. Well played there, Chandon. Knights go D to D, and they try to come one more time. Onside play. Alfie's there. Backhand to forehand and up the boards. One touch. Nope, two touches. Chandon moves it ahead to Sullivan. Top of the circle. Shot. Just missed the post. Missed the corner. Free puck to the far side. Ibsen steps to it. Hud, centering pass. Comes right back to him behind the cage. Keep working. Samador will move to it on the wall. Hudson goes back to his point. Backhanded towards the net. Shot save. And the goalie covers. And that'll give us a whistle in an offensive zone faceoff. 8:37 left in this contest. 3-1 lead the Cougars.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of a push here from the Boulder Knights, trying to get their feet moving, trying to get something to change their way. They are a little bit on the hairy edge. I've seen a lot of sticks moving, a couple slashes behind the play, but I mean, we'll see what happens. If the referees decide they're not going to blow, they're going to keep doing it. So.
Yep, I agree. And desperate times call for desperate measures, and that's what we see. Cougars got to weather that storm, keep playing our game, play clean, be smart, be strong, be clean. I'll say it again. Crossways pass. Well done. Tucker to Sharkey. Angled off his skate into the zone. Knights get it up and out. Emmons is there. Boy, takes a hit for his trouble. Knights come the other way. Swept away by Griffiths. Good defensive play there from Dakota. Battle on the boards. Emmons joins. I can't see. By the sound of the crowd, there was a collision. Puck still in the zone. Penalty coming. And I wish I could see it, Jeremy. Could you?
I can't see a thing.
We're going to see what they call, and I don't even know who it's on. I think it's going to be on us. They're going to get one Ryan Emmons for something. They're going to get 4-4 for a trip. That'll put us to work shorthanded once more. 7:54 left in this game. Sharkey and Gartelos talk it over. Their guy trying to figure out when they can come out of the box. Well, that's fortuitous timing for them. That's interesting. Let's see when that 2-minute penalty was, or 10-minute penalty was, but no matter. Puck's alive, high slot, put to the boards. To the point, shot. Couple dings through skates, up and out. Nope, kept in. Sullivan's right there with them, though. They go to the far side. Backside, they missed the 1T. Shot, wide, far side now. Chipped forward by Samador. Keep working. Their guy comes out with the top of the circle. Down to the near side. To the point, D to D to the far point. To the near point, gets all the way to the wall. And down the ice. Griffiths gives it a ride. Their goalie plays it. Far side, Sullivan's right there on the forecheck. Out of way B. That brings us to the midpoint of the PK. And here come the Knights. With speed at the red line. Onside play. Bumped off the puck. Jennings gathers it and gives it a ride up the glass and out of the zone. Off sides. Here we go. Lemke. Oh, boy. Puck's alive. Lemke there first. That'll give us a chance to change. Lemke down low. Two of their guys there. Hash marks. Here come the Knights. With speed at the blue line. Bumped off the puck by Sharkey, and the puck gets right back to the neutral zone. Final 30 seconds of the PK. Ibsen's right there with them. They're going to call offsides, I hope. I guess we'll find out. 23 seconds left in the PK. Special teams, so far so good. Let's go now. Yep, offsides is the call. Face-off, fresh legs. I see Lemke, Jennings, Wisman, and Ibsen. 23 seconds in the PK.
Yeah, a little bit extra going on everywhere around the ice, so keep your eyes on that.
Face-off won by Lemke. Wisman pushes it up, threads the needle down the ice. Lemke will be the guy to keep him honest down low. Little interference by their guy away from the puck. But if you can get away with it, I guess. Puck to the corner. 5 seconds now. And pushed all the way down the ice. Penalty over. Penalty killed. Both teams full strength. Out of way, Cougars. Tucker on them. Under 6 minutes in this game. Shot. Oh, boy. That was a fortuitous bounce right to Emmons' stick. Put it on net, and a nice save by their goalie. Offensive zone faceoff forthcoming.
Yeah, you'd almost like, if you get a chance like that, you want to bury those. Just, I mean, obviously, but in a game like this where you're up 2 goals and the clock's ticking, you know, let's get some more separation from these guys.
On net's just fine. Yep. Let's go. We keep working. Tucker will press, so will Kukic. Spinning puck, banged in deep. Ibsen's there, so is their guy. Ibsen will put it to Wisman in the corner. Around, far side corner, Ibsen checks his shoulder. And he puts it up and out, tipped by their guy. Emmons on his stick. Tucker with him. Shot! And that's a goal! Ryan Emmons lights the lamp at away 4-4. And there's that insurance goal you were talking about, Jeremy.
Yeah, I made good on the opportunity that time.
Little
good
goalie
finish.
love there. The team crowds and says that away. Bam.
Put it upstairs on the glove side, too. That's one that the goalie's going to remember.
Face-off, center ice. Hey, still got to finish strong, smart, and clean, Cougars. Sharky's there down low, so is their forechecker. To the dot. Picked up by Alfie. Skates to space, out of the zone. Under 5 minutes now in this game. Lemke gives it a ride, not deep. Knights will regroup. Dreeling there on the forecheck. Funny bounce. Lemke on his stick, onside play. He's got Golas with him. Shot. Turned aside by the goalie. Puck down low. Golas comes out with it. Shot, save, rebound loose. Dreeling now. Gretzky's office. Centering pass, doesn't get through. Puck down low. Lemke behind the net. Wraps around the near side. Alfie out of the zone. He'll play it. Forecheck coming hard. All the way down the ice. 4 minutes now. Tick, tick, tick. Oh, he grabs a hold of him. Still no call. Okay. Dreeling into the zone. Onside play. There it is. Oh, good look. Keep working. Keep playing smart, though, Cougars. Down to the corner. Poked away. Wrapping. Shot. Rebound. Loose. Still loose. Still loose. And that's a goal! Kyle Golas, Jake Dreeling, James Lemke, Alfieri, and Sharkey gather to celebrate. Honestly, I don't know who had that goal, and I'll tell you, I don't think I care. That is a squad goal. 5-1 now lead the Cougars.
Couple bites of the apple there. That's one of those where the goaltender kept kicking the rebound right out in front for the juicy opportunity. So glad the Cougars were able to convert on that.
Hey, you get those served up, you gotta get it done, and we do.
So, and if I recall correctly, according to High Plains hockey rules, it does have to be a 6-goal differential before they will run the clock. So we still have a little work to do before they'll start bleeding the clock down even faster.
Lob wedge in. Ibsen puts it to the boards. Jet crossways to Samador. One touch to Griffiths into the zone. Boy, they're hitting anytime they can away from the puck. You see the coaches voice their displeasure. Don't hurt our guys in a dirty play. That's what they're angry about. Kept in. Trip there. Still no call. Keep playing. It's going to happen. Got to play hockey. More jazz hands from their goalie. Under 3 minutes now. Icing. Puck down the other way. Offensive zone faceoff. I see Tucker, Emmons, Kukic, Ibsen, Griffiths. One by Tucker, back to Griff. Shot off their guy, bounces to the neutral zone. Ibsen's there, so are the Knights. Backhanded forward, we clear the zone. Onside play. Knights gather it, try to get through the neutral zone again with speed. Tucker with them. They go wide. Shot up over the cage, backhanded to the far boards. Kukic with speed now. We got numbers. No, we don't. 2 by 2. Back check coming. Shot up over the cage. Near boards now. Kept in by Tucker. Out of way, Austin. To the boards now, down low. Emmons is there. Good battle. Keep working. Smart, strong, and clean. Ibsen dumps it down low. Knights move it to the neutral zone. Ibsen's there. Sees that his guy's cleared. Dumps it right back in from whence it came. Gets a change. We approach the 2-minute mark in this contest. Here come the Knights with speed. They come near side to the point. Shot wide, far side. Kept in at the point, put down but not deep. Lemke, little lob wedge played by a high stick, but it plays on. Sharkey will pursue. Rest of the team will change. Carter into the corner. 3 of their guys gets a hit in the back. Sharkey, good strong kid, plays against 4 of their guys. Shot, save, rebound, loose. A little extra. They got to stop swiping at our guy. They keep doing it. They got the penalty called. Got to call it before they hurt somebody. Sharkey to the corner. 2 of their guys, again, with the Malachi crunch. They touch it. That'll get the whistle. That'll put at least one of their guys in the box. And I could argue a couple of them. Minute 17 left in this game. Just compete with some class. Win or lose, play clean, hard-nosed hockey. That's all I want out of everybody I see on the ice. That'll put us up by a skater for the remainder of this contest. Samador, Lemke, Jennings, Sullivan, Ibsen. Let's go now. Face off, contested. Samador plays it to the boards to Sullivan. Knights have it. They put a lob wedge up and down the ice. It's going to be a foot race. Ibsen gets there, checks his shoulder. You see him lining him up. Sullivan skates away from pressure by two of their guys with speed at the red line and the blue line. In towards the net. Backside, just missed it. Fast clock on the wall, 40 seconds. Samador back to the neutral zone. Nothing for free here, fellas. Tape to Sullivan in on sides. 30 seconds now. To the corner to Jennings. Knights come ahead with it. Oh boy. Shot, save, and no rebound. Well done by Gartelos. Squared save and no rebound. One more face-off, defensive zone over to his right with a man advantage. 16.2 seconds. That'll bring to the ice Sharkey, Tucker, Kukic, Alfie, and Emmons. Face-off, contested, picked up, and thrown down the ice. That's fine. Is that on net? Goalie will play it. And that, you would think, will do it. More jazz hands from their goalie. Up to the blue line. Right at the doorstep. And that is a 5-1 Cherokee Trail playoff victory. And the boys will gather down with the goalie to celebrate. And, Griff, we're going to the ship.
Yeah. Got enough time here to get the boys out, refuel, get a little food in them, get a little hydration, and hopefully get back here. We'll be on the ice at 7:40 to play what looks like the Mountain Militia if the score held from last report on the adjacent rink.
That is a quality win for these Cougars. I like what I saw. And now the best tradition in all sports, this hockey handshake line. You respect the game, you respect your opponent, and you say, hey, well competed, good battle, and have a nice drive home. But for our Cougars, job's not done. So while everybody exchanges pleasantries with the refs and each other, we'll dial it down, wrap it up, get back to it tonight. Griff, thanks for being here. Ed, we miss you behind the camera. But the final here, 5-1 Cougars getting it done. Championship tonight. Until then, onward and upward.